Patrick Brown did the radio circuit in sort of a woe is me, I've been hard done by tour. Maybe he's right, by the way. But he said on radio twice that the reason he was knocked out, at least he implied this, was because of little old us. Rebel News. You hear some chuckling in the background. My friend David Menzies is just off camera. I'll introduce him in a moment. But let me play for you Patrick Brown on radio denouncing Rebel News for his downfall. Take a listen.
Outside, we spoke to two of your deputy mayors, a city councillor and a regional councillor, who all said that they're very concerned about the city of Brampton. They said this doesn't make Brampton look good. Not only that, they said that they're not surprised that there's been financial irregularities at the city level as well. And they also said that there was a whistleblower within the city that says that you used city resources for your leadership campaign. Is any of this true, and what's your response?
So they're referring to the Rebel Media video. I don't consider Rebel Media to be media. They're extreme right-wing activists. We do have a debate at City Hall, and that's the other hat I wear as mayor. There's a 5-5 division, and there was 5 councillors who wanted to illegally appoint a councillor before MPP Williams was elected. The city clerk has said they can't do that. The city solicitor has said they can't do that.
That was obviously a TV interview where he was blaming Rebel News. He may not think of us as news, but, you know, it was news and people certainly watched us. He kept at that theme, blaming us. Here's another version of that.
Well, I saw some stuff on YouTube, and there was something about a Rebel News thing. I wonder if Rebel News was involved in this by chance, if Patrick knows anything about it.
Okay, Pat Brown?
Yes, and first of all, you know, I've had a history of calling out Rebel Media for their history of Islamophobia, intolerance, and hate, and so I'm certainly not someone that they support. They've been working very closely supporting Pierre Poilievre's campaign, and they were one of the organizations that lodged a complaint against me. Their complaint was false. It said that City of Brampton staff were working on my campaign during work hours, which was incorrect, but the caller is absolutely correct. Rebel Media was part of this, and I have to say, you know, Aaron O'Toole, Andrew Scheer refused to do media interviews with Rebel given their history. This is another example of how Pierre Poilievre, you know, aside from wanting to ban childhood vaccines for polio and measles and his bizarre policy on crypto.
Well, there's Patrick Brown on the radio blaming us once again. But you know what? The common sense of the common people was strong today. Here's the next caller saying, yeah, no, what about the actual proof that was in that David Menzies report? Take a listen.
Scott, what were you going to ask him?
Well, I saw the same thing the other person did, and they showed the employees' cars. They blocked out the license plate numbers, but they showed the employees' cars, and then they showed the employees' faces and listed what they did for the city and who they worked for. None of them have taken a leave of absence, and they're all up at this secret campaign place in Newmarket. I mean, what's going on with that? And then when none of us could go play hockey, everything was shut down. They got film of this guy with his hockey bag, and they were at the Brampton Arena playing hockey with all of his friends when the rest of us couldn't go. What, you know, I'm glad the Conservatives got rid of this guy. This guy is nothing but trouble.
What you just saw was an excerpt from my nightly show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every weekday, I do a monologue. Usually it's about half an hour. Then I interview an interesting guest, and then we read my hate mail or my fan mail, whichever is more fun. It's only available behind a paywall, though. That's how we pay our bills here at Rebel News. We don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. But the good news is it's only $8 a month, about half the price of Netflix. And in addition to my nightly show, you also get weekly shows from 4 other friends here at Rebel News. So you're getting 36 shows a month just for $8. I think it's worth it. And even if you're not quite sure, do it anyways, because we rely on viewers like you to keep us free and independent. I promise you I'll never take a dime from Trudeau. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com and click subscribe. Thanks.